Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. And today in our Tech News Update, we have the Google Chrome browser that had a third-party add-on that would add the timeline feature on Windows 10. Well, Microsoft now has officially its own add-on for the timeline feature. So that means that now if you want to have Google Chrome showing up on their timeline, and of course using the possibility of continuing on other devices, well, Microsoft's own add-on is now available, and we're going to take a look and check it out today on the channel. Well, Qualcomm, even though they already had a chip for 5G, is already moving ahead with its new X55 modem. This is capable of 5G speeds up to 7 gigabits per second. And what is also nice is that in the past, if you had a new chip, you had to have the old chip in order to have compatibility with older networks. Well, this one is backwards compatible with 4G, so that prevents having two chips in your devices. Well, Microsoft Patch Tuesday was about a week ago, and it's interesting to note that they actually Microsoft has added some problems that they've noted. They always issue, these updates, and then they say that there's known issues sometimes with them. Well, now they've added 3 more, and they are for every version of Windows from 7 to 10. I would guess the biggest one right now is broken images in Internet Explorer when you go on the web. Well, it's very interesting because some leaks documents and rumors are actually saying that we been talking about Microsoft maybe getting into the foldable phone or foldable device. We know that phones are out of the question for Microsoft, so some have speculated that maybe a foldable Surface tablet is to arrive on the market. Now this would be interesting, and we also know that in the code for Windows 10 there's been some tweaking to kind of enable foldable devices within Windows 10. Well, the Australian government and political parties, including the opposition, have been hacked by a major hack. And this is as we are moving ahead to the year of elections there. Once again showing that there's some need for more security, as many governments, many political parties around the world are getting hacked when elections are near. YouTube is updating for the first time in more than 10 years its guidelines for the community, and as a result, it adds one more strike feature. So basically, until now, if you had a strike, you were already penalized and had a certain time without being able to post videos or do things. Well, now this new first strike now is just a notice. So for example, if you have, for some reason, been striked by a problem because you weren't following the community guidelines, for example, well, instead of having your channel kind of frozen for a certain time, well, the first notice will just be, okay, don't do this again, and here's why you've been striked, so you can actually understand what's happening, and also they're making it easier to understand. So they're giving you a chance now. But after that, there will be 3 strikes, and basically these are going to be the regular strikes that are already enforced on the channel. And at the 3rd strike, well, your channel will be shut down. To note that the first strike, the first notification of you having some problem is only going to appear once. Well, very interesting news about some security experts that are voicing their warnings. Since the beginning of the year, there's been a huge increase in DNS attacks on the internet against many Western companies and communications hub. It's believed to be from Iran, and these attacks have been able to steal enormous amounts of sensitive data from governments, users, companies. Apparently, it's still going on and going on strong, and being able to basically just look at everything that's happening And many countries around the world are hit, including big companies. Well, we talked about how Google Chrome would have some basic, major changes in its way of actually functioning. And one of the things that we had talked about a couple of weeks ago is that it would possibly break ad blockers and prevent them from actually working. But now they're kind of backing away from this position, maybe because of a lot of pressure from users and from companies. And they, for now, might be just backing off and saying, well, we're not going to do it for now. We're 24 hours away from Samsung announcing its new line of flagship phones with the Galaxy S10, S10 Plus. There's been a lot of leaks, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff. Will it be enough to revive smartphone sales for the company that has a lot of difficulty selling its S9, S9 Plus line of phones? That's going to be interesting to see. And finally, Huawei has issued a little warning. It said, hey, it's impossible for the US to crush the company, and that they will actually still be strong in the next few years. They are leaders in the technology world, and that they have never spied on anyone, and that their technology is years ahead of the competition. Okay. And so, this has nothing to do with news today. So let's go back to the tech news, February 19, 2019. I guess I forgot to remove slides from yesterday's tech news. Hope you enjoyed news today. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow with another news bulletin. And this was the tech news for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019.